Hello, how are you? It's Sue Maddox here from Sue Maddox Paper Crafts, and I've got a few little Christmas cards to share with you today. I decided it was a good day to turn off the news on the weekend and get some creating happening. But not a lot of creative energy, I must say, so I started with something super simple. Let me show you what we did. Okay, so I just grabbed out on the weekend. I started with this paper. It is the Gingerbread and Peppermint pattern paper. It's a 6x6 inch one, and it's a really cute one. It's got lots of these little bits, so I could grab out my paper snips and cut out some of these little pieces. So there's some Christmas trees, some ornaments, stars, lots and lots of little bits and pieces in here. Let me give you a little flick through this paper. And some other patterns on the back, so I'll show you what we did with those later. So yeah, quite a few that are handy. I think the dies that go with, there's a die bundle that matches with this, so you can cut them out with that. That's a little shortcut. Or I didn't have the dies for that one, so these ones are quite easy just to snip out with the scissors. So another little handy time-saving one that I used with these ones is this pack of Gingerbread and Peppermint Memories and More cards and envelopes. So I'll just show you what they look like. You've got the card. So it's got a little bit of a fleck on the front. It's like a white card with a little bit of a fleck to it. And then you've got this nice little panel that gives you a good starting point. So these were really, really handy to create with. You also get a nice little envelope with it. It's a nice solid sort of craft envelope with a little spot there to do your name and address and nice little decorative part. So that was handy. Now let me show you what we did. So for the first one, now you can go straight onto this bit just as it is. I decided I'd add another little bit to it. So I grabbed out some of these, and I found the pack today so I can remember the name. It's the paper lattice pieces. So it's just these little guys here, and I just measured it out on here and then worked out where I needed to snip, and then snipped it down to this size. I don't know if you can see that there. And then I've just used glue dots to just stick that on, yeah, and just trimmed around the edge there to get a nice little, just another little tiny bit of texture. And I just picked out 3. I've made a great big pile of these little cutout pieces, so I just picked out 3 to go on here and put them across. 2 stuck straight down and 1 up on dimensionals to give it a bit of height. These are nice, these ones. They've got that, like, it looks like a sponging around the edge, but it's actually just part of the pattern, so it's like all pre-sponged, and I didn't even have to get my sponges out. Now I wanted just a little greeting for the front here, and so I found, well, I actually tried a few different things out, and I ended up grabbing out these heartfelt wishes. I really like I like these greetings with the little squiggle at the end. It was cute, but I didn't want to use one of the big ones, so I've just used this little to you and yours, and then cut it out with a punch. I think these punches are retired now actually, which is a pity, but that was a cute one. And I did end up getting out my embossing powder and just embossing that, so that came up quite nicely. And then little finishing touches is I've just grabbed the holiday rhinestone jewels, and for these cards I've used the red ones here and the little, I don't know, goldy yellowy sort of ones. The green in this is a different shade of green. It's not really that this colour scheme. The navy I think would look quite nice on that one too. And then inside, is this the one that I stamped? No, I didn't stamp inside this one. I'll show you for the next card. So that's that one. Hi, Michelle. They are, Michelle, do you remember way back ages ago, I feel like it was when, right back at the start of Stampin' Up, they had these nice little greetings. They had this little sort of squiggle on the end. I love that. So I think I've still got it around somewhere. So yeah, I was quite taken with that one. Okay, let's jump over here. So another variation on this, and once again, if you just want to add another little bit to this, I grabbed out some of this cork paper that we've got. This comes in a sheet, 2 sheets, and it's 12 by 12, so I've cut this down. It's really nice, feels a bit velvety, got a little bit of texture to it. Cuts with the trimmer really nicely though, and once again I just, actually I'm not much for measuring, so I just snipped with the scissors and then cut it to put that on, and then ended up with this one. So that was, yeah, and then I just kept enough so you could see that little scallopy edge around the edge. So really quick and easy this was to put together once I'd cut out my little bits, which I did in front of the TV. There's this, you could whip up a batch of these in no time. You can just leave this background plain because it's quite a nice, it's got that nice little fleck to it as well. But anyway, I decided I wanted to use some of my cork, and the colours go well with this one. And then once again, that same greeting again, and some little rhinestones to pop around there. And this one, I popped a little Merry Christmas on the inside. I should really put a little strip of pattern paper or something in there, I think, just to finish him off a little bit. But that was that one. And then just because I can't make a card without using that lovely rectangular postage stamp punch, and I had a bunch of these. Once I'd cut out all of these little guys, I had a bunch of little offcuts. So I've cut little postage stamp rectangles with a bunch of those and spaced them along. So I wanted to make sure with these ones, I spaced them out a little bit further because I wanted to make sure that at least one of them would be covering either side here, so it wouldn't, it sort of looked a bit messy when you could see a little bit of that scallop under there. So for this one, I put the middle one on first and then positioned these ones so it would cover up that left-hand edge there, and then I just, a little bit of the edge and just trimmed it off to finish. And then I had one of these little ornaments floating around, so we decided to pop in one as well. Now, I'm not sure, I've got to say, I'm not sure about this greeting. I have used the cork again, and I stamped the Season's Greetings in Versamark and then white embossing powder. Now, it's not super clear, I've got to say. I probably needed to go again and find a little part of the cork that doesn't have quite as much of the brown fleck through it. But anyway, I'm going with it. We're going to leave it like that. Okay. Yeah, they definitely, they do make me want to eat biscuits whenever because they do look exactly like gingerbread biscuits. They're quite cute. And that was about it, I think, for this bundle. There's a few other things in that goes with that paper on page 9 of the little mini catalogue. We've got there's some little felt things and some mask things and another cute little bundle with a little pillow box die if you've got any little things that you need to gift wrap. But for this weekend, I just wanted something super, super simple. So I do really like these card bases and envelopes. Just gives you that little bit of a start, so you're not sort of starting with a completely blank piece of cardboard. So if you're feeling a little bit, your brain's melted a little bit like mine, then this is a great little pack of things to play with. So that is it for me for today. Well, let's get rid of that. Can I? I don't know. I forget how to work this now. There we go. I better get on to explaining equivalent fractions while John's down at the post office. I hope you are all staying well, and I'll catch you again next time I make it to the craft desk. Okay, stay well everyone. Bye.